Hi everyone, this is Ella Whittaker, and I am an exclusive Black status presenter with Younique. I am so excited to create this video because I've been wanting to create this video for a very long time and it's well overdue. I want to talk about my journey and talk a little bit about myself as we grow as a business and on our team. I would really like to be a little bit more transparent with my journey and where I come from as a person. I have talked about my journey at convention, at Younified, and many different platforms where I've trained all over the US and Canada. And I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to create a video on it to show a little bit about myself and a little bit about my personality and where I come from. So let's talk a little bit about my background. So my background, I got my education in fashion, business, and cosmetics. And although I wanted to be a makeup artist quite early on in my career, I ended up being a freelance makeup artist, but not full-time because I wanted that steady income. So I ended up going on the other side of the business, working on the business side, and I was hired on by the head office of Walmart Canada in the fashion department in purchasing. So I was doing my freelance makeup artistry and working this full time to get my career off the ground. And not too long after, I ended up going on the other side of the business and worked myself up as a national account manager for various companies, heading up sales teams and everything for 12 years. And I was living in Toronto at the time and still working in the fashion industry. So I was really, really happy about that. However, life happened. So talking a little bit about my family, we are immigrants from Poland. I was born there and my parents migrated to Canada when I was quite young. And my parents came here with literally nothing to Canada. Worked 2 to 3 jobs, married for 38 years. And, they had a really tough upbringing. When we talk about why me and think about living a hard life, I know my parents lived a really hard life. Coming from a communist country in Europe and then coming to Canada trying to make ends meet was really tough. So I come from a family that is extremely hardworking. And I was raised by my father to be a really strong and independent woman. So that's exactly what I strive to be from an early age. In 2008, I was living in Toronto and found out that my father was diagnosed with cancer. And I still, to this day, am not the same because of it. I quit my job in Toronto and moved back home for moral support with my family and watched my dad battle cancer for a year. And I lost him in 2000, actually in 2006, I lost him in 2007. So that was really hard on me. I really lost my way. I really kind of lost my passion. And in order to stay with my mom and be in the same area, I moved back home and ended up getting a position as a national account manager in a consumer electronics company. Definitely not fashion and definitely not cosmetics. And I worked in that position for quite a long time. I moved myself up in that company and I was literally traveling and had the biggest accounts all over Canada and the US for retailers. And ask my friends, I was constantly jet setting everywhere. And I then met my husband at that time. So my father passed away and within 2 years I met my husband. And I was working a lot of hours. I had already purchased a home, I built my career, and now I was ready to settle down and have a family. But in this industry, which is a male-dominated industry in sales, it was really tough cookie because I knew that if I was to have a family, it was really going to change the dynamics in my career. And to tell you the truth, I was really losing my passion. I had really lost my way after I lost my dad. So we got married. I had my son who's 2.5 years old right now. And on my maternity leave, I had found something in regards to a company called Younique. And it was an ad about the mascara. And let me tell you that within 24 hours, I ended up signing up with Younique. I just had that little intuition in my heart that this was going to be something big. And the company ended up being extremely big and still is big to this day. So I had every full intention of going back to my career and going back to what I was doing as a national account manager, working in sales teams. And I I looked at Younique and my husband. When my son was just 8 months old, my husband comes to me and says, "I actually got a job offer in Houston, Texas." And I looked to him and I said, "We're not moving to Houston, Texas." And long story short, he was gone within a week, took the job offer, and we were going to be moving to Texas. And at this point, I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I literally was thinking, okay, am I going to move to Houston and start another career over there where my mom was in the same area as me? She was going to take care of my son and be my daycare pretty much when I went back to work. I didn't know anyone in Houston except for my sister-in-law. And what was I going to do? Was I going to start a new career and still build a family and only have a couple weeks of maternity leave, which in Canada was 1 year? All these things started rolling in my mind, and I started thinking to myself, okay, so I have this small business, right? And what if I can really make it into something? That was my thought right there. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to work for the next couple months. This was kind of March time. I'm going to work for the next couple months and see where I can take this business. Now, let me rewind. I started this business in January of 2014, okay? 1st of January, pretty much when I started this business. I had reached blue status within that month. I had sold a couple $100s before even getting my kit, okay? And I hit fast start. In March, I hit green status. That's the month that I really started working my business. And within that time frame, my husband left as of March. We thought he was going to be on contract, but ended up taking a full-time position after we were going to move. And I was left there by myself with my son working my business. And let me tell you, I was working around the clock. Okay. I hit that green status. I hit orange status that same month. And then I pretty much decided to really head feet first into this and hit purple status in July of that year. And by this point, I really looked at my business and knew that I could supplement my income of what I was doing before, which was a fantastic position, but I knew I could make something about this business. So in all of this time frame, I ended up selling my house all on my own, no real estate agent. I sold my house, I staged it myself, and I packed up my whole home all by myself, my husband, while he was working. Okay, I had done all that being a single parent and also working my business. And let me tell you, what was my drive? It was my passion and knowing that I wanted to get to the top of this company to make money. And so along this way, I have really made truly some fantastic relationships within this company, especially on my team. And that is the sole reason why I'm here today. So in July, I hit purple status. And then in September of that year, 9 months later, I hit black status. I was the third presenter in Canada to hit in the top 40 within the company. And while I was doing that, I was homeless. I had nowhere to live. I was living between my sister-in-law's home in Houston and also my mom's house in Canada. Every 6 weeks, I would travel to both homes while my husband was working in Texas because we were looking for homes and our home was going not to be done until January of 2015, which just happened this year. So in all this time frame, I was building my business homeless, working remotely between both countries, and having my son travel everywhere with me. It was possible, and I did it. My strive and my dedication to this business is so my dad can look down on me and look at me proud that his daughter is okay, that she's doing well, that she's happy. And my success to me means A, being happy, running my own business, and having my son look at his mom proud, knowing that I can sit there, work my business with him around me at my feet, playing and being happy also. So what Younique has brought to me is freedom. Freedom of not being stressed out going to work every single day like I was. I was crying. I was so stressed out going to my job because of the amount of hours, the travel, a lot of office politics in a way. And I'm so happy of where I am today. I've come across so many beautiful women. Being with Younique and being at the top of this company has brought so much to me. We have been able to go to fabulous areas, like going back to Canada for an incentive trip. We went to Jamaica this year, going to these Black status retreats. But that's not the reason that I love this company. It's because of the sisterhood. The friends that I have met on my team and other colleagues, other Y sisters in this company, have really changed me as a person and made me more humble and more blessed every single day to know that I have the support of these people. And that truly is a gift, not only from Derek and Melanie, who are the founders of this company, but just to feel that you're needed, that you are inspired, that you're even helping and motivating others. That to me means more than anything to me. And so my last note to this is my journey is definitely different than others. And I just want to give you the encouragement that you can do this business no matter what. My drive was my son, my husband, to have the freedom to stay at home and to also know that my family's proud of me and know that I worked so hard to get where I am today because I worked at it, because I had a passion for it, and I love these cosmetics. I'm more than happy than anything because I get to implement my sales background and my cosmetics background in this business. So my last words for you is to really strive for your goals, strive for your dreams. My dreams are not your dreams, but if you have a dream, go for it. It is all there at your fingertips. This company can bring you so much. All you need to do is have dedication, consistency, and passion in this business to really get to where you are today. Thanks, everyone. Love you. Bye.